First, the TAFTA, the Transatlantic Free Trade Agreement, which is a proposal of trade agreement between the US and EU, which intends to create the world's largest free trade area, protect investment, and remove unnecessary regulatory barriers. Since 2013, an agreement between the United States and the EU has been under negotiation, and this negotiation includes an ambitious liberalization of agriculture trade barriers as the facilitation of the low-level presence of unapproved genetically modified crops, with a few exceptions. In the biotech industry, support and assistance will be offered by EU and the US government who look to enhance their trade relationship. The implication of this treaty will be that the economic welfare will increase in the EU and the US, but decline in all other regions, including Canada and Mexico. There is concerns that this negotiation could result in the opening of the floodgates for GMO and shale gas in Europe, the threatening of digital and labor rights, or the empowering of corporations to legally challenge a wide range of regulations which they dislike. An increasing number of politicians and citizens groups have criticized the secretive negotiation and are demanding that they be conducted in an open way. The public in Europe does not want such a big liberalization. People want powerful corporations to be held to account and their practices regulated by elected representatives who they trust to protect the public good. Then we have the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The TPP is a trade agreement between Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, US until the 23 January 2017, and Vietnam. The final agreement proposal was signed on 4 February 2016 in Auckland. The main measures aim at lowering non-tariff and tariff barriers to trade and establishing an investor-state dispute settlement mechanism. The TPP is an expansion of the Trans-Pacific Strategic Economic Partnership Agreement of 2005, and this agreement cuts over 18,000 tariffs on all U.S. manufactured goods, and almost all U.S. farm products will be eliminated completely, with most elimination occurring immediately. It also aims at creating an environmental protection, a good government, protection for human rights, protection for intellectual property, investor-state arbitration. The income generated by the TPP will be $2,001 million. One other main impact was the fall in manufacturing non-durable development of the manufacturing industry, and it will benefit to the manufacturing sector in automobile because Mexico City received 96% additional incomes during the first presidential year. The loss will be a higher pharmaceutical prices. Then we have the Free Trade Area of the America, FTA, which was an attempt to create a neoliberal free trade agreement that expanded the North American Free Trade Agreement to every country in North America, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean, except Cuba. Negotiation began right after the competition of NAFTA in 1994 and were supposed to have been completed by January 2005. Finally, FTAA was not signed. In fact, just the opposite. Led by strong social movement across the hemisphere, government of the countries of Venezuela, Argentina, Bolivia, and Brazil said no because the model that has increased poverty across the globe and are instead searching for a better model of regional integration. After several rounds of negotiation and summits greeted by civil society, counter-summits and protests, the negotiations for the FTAA were abandoned in November 2004.
The Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation is a regional economic partnership established in 1989 in Canberra. It has been established to improve the growing independence of the Asia Pacific. APEC has 21 members. APEC's aim is to create greater prosperity for the people in the region. The aim is to promote balanced, inclusive, sustainable, innovative, and secure growth. The economic cooperation will increase in all the countries and between Mexico and the Asian countries. Thanks to programs promoted by APEC, the flow of investment and trade between Mexico and the main economies of Asia and Oceania is growing. For example, Cementos Mexicanos bought an Australian company named Rinker for 15 billion US dollars, making the Mexican firm the biggest cement company in the world. The problem with APEC is that it constitutes a group of many countries with different cultures that have no similar identity. Because of that problem, there are many different free trade areas inside the APEC that make it a bit useless, a bit inefficient. I would recommend to think about creating a real free trade area.